like it's scary. Yeah. Can you guys see it okay though?
Yeah. Actually, I have no clue.
Like, look at it, man. That's so bad.
Is it like saying that it's doing something?
No, it's got a correction in it.
Alright.
I'm just nervous because I can't see how I'm turning, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Alright, I'm gonna go back over there, right?
Oh man, that's I'm gonna have it keeps giving me I'm gonna have to fly it by eye.
Oh, because you can't see where it's like...
I can't see it. Well, yeah, it's scary, but I can do it. It's fine. Why is it? Man, I can't see anything. Oh, this is so scary.
So, the drone's really laggy?
No.
not to play. Went face to face with all our fears, learned our lessons through the tears, made memories we knew would never fade. One day my father, he told me, son, don't let it slip away. He took me in his arms, I heard him say, when you get older, your wild heart will live for younger days. Think of me if ever you're afraid. He said one day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. My father told me. Thunderclouds start pouring down, light a fire they can't put out, carve your name into those shining stars. He said go venture far beyond the shores, don't forsake this life of yours, I'll guide you home no matter where you are. One day my father, he told me, son, don't let it slip away. When I was just a kid I heard him say, when you get older your wild heart will live for younger days. Think of me if ever you're afraid. He said one day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child, these are the nights that never die. My father told me. These are the nights that never die. My father told me.
May the good Lord be with you down every road you roll. And may sunshine
People get ready, 'cause here it comes, it's a light, a beautiful light, over the horizon, into our eyes. Oh my, how beautiful. Oh my beautiful mother, she told me, son, in life you're gonna go far. If you do it right, you'll love where you are. Just know, wherever you go, you can always come home. 240,000 miles from the moon, we've come a long way to belong here, to share this view of the night, a glorious night. Over the horizon is another bright sky. Oh my, how beautiful. Oh my, irrefutable Father, he told me, son, sometimes it may seem dark, but the absence of the light is a necessary part. Just know, you're never alone. You can always come back You can always come back. Every road is a slippery slope. There is always a hand that you can hold on to. Looking deeper through the telescope, you can see that your home's inside of you. Just know that wherever you go, no, you're never alone. You will always get back
My name is Mike Lupica. I am a graduate of the class of 1970 at Bishop Guertin High School. I know you don't believe it, but it's like actors say, I can play younger. My 50th. But I am honored to be talking to you, even remotely, about your graduation today. First of all, congratulations. In your life, you never thought that your senior year in high school would end like this. But you know what? You got through it. You got through it, and this day has arrived, and enjoy the heck out of it. I love my time at BG. I played sport. I played JV football. I ran cross country. I think I still hold the basketball record at BG. I broke my glasses 14 times my senior year. But more importantly, I wrote for the school paper. And that school paper was my first journalism class. In fact, I used to, in my shooting from the lip, my Sunday column in the Daily News, I used to write funny one-liners, or I thought, and take some questions from readers, which is exactly what I did when I was writing a column called Dear Oglethorpe at BG, which gave me pause because at that point I thought, well, maybe my career hasn't advanced as much as I thought it would. But I was dreaming my dreams about being a columnist, about writing books. I hope every single one of you gets to live out your dreams the way I've been lucky enough to live out mine. A while ago, at my oldest son's high school graduation, I was asked to give a full commencement address. Probably should have been as short as this one. But one of the things I told him and his friends that day was parents have a lot of jobs, but their primary job is this: to try to leave their kids a better world than the one they inherited from their parents. My parents did a heck of a job with that. My dad is 96, my mom's 92. They live in the same house in Nashua that I grew up in. They have lived great American lives. But my generation screwed up. All you have to do is look around you. All you have to do is turn on the TV or read social media or look at Twitter or Instagram, and you see that this isn't the world that we should want it to be. This isn't the country we should aspire to be. So you guys have a big responsibility. You have to do better than we've done. You have to live a life that gives your kids a better life than the one you inherited from us. Because it matters. It's got to be less mean than the world we see now. It's got to be filled with more kindness. There's nothing more powerful in the world than one random act of kindness. And we don't get enough of that these days. So I want you guys, while you're chasing your own dreams, and chase them hard, by the way. Don't let anybody ever tell you you can't, whether you want to be a writer or a doctor or an astronaut, or maybe even the President of the United States. Chase them hard. But along the way, make sure you look for the best within yourselves. Because it matters. Because your generation is going to change the world in more important and better ways than mine did. God bless you all. I hope this time in your world is the toughest thing that you ever encounter. I tell the kids who read my books for kids all the time that anybody can get knocked down. It requires no talent, no spirit, no imagination, no character. Anybody in this graduating class can get knocked down. But it's how you get back up after you do that tells the world all about you. God bless you. No senior class in the history of the school will ever have to overcome more than you guys have. Now go reach for the stars.
Greetings to the Bishop Guertin High School graduating class of 2020. This is Mike O'Malley here. I am a Bishop Guertin alumnus, and I graduated from Bishop Guertin in 1984. That's right, 36 years ago tonight, I graduated from BG. This is true. I'm going to show you a picture. That's me right there at BG. I had very, very curly hair. That's my buddy Craig Heisner. Listen, cameras weren't so good back then, or at least the ones that I could afford. But that's me, right there in my gown. I didn't take my gown off all night. I think I slept in my gown. This is me in another picture, Bishop Guertin High School. There's some famous BG people here right now, because that's Kenny Eves, coaches the football team. That's me right there, young man. Right there, that's David Hewat, another Nashville guy, and there's Rob Pernier, right? There's Rob. I think he's had 15 kids go through Guertin now, but such a dedicated volunteer for Bishop Guertin. And I want to show you something else. Well, I brought this. This is how much pride I have in Bishop Guertin High School. That right there, look at that. That's a big, big trophy. This trophy is almost as tall as me. You know what that is? That's the Bishop Guertin Loyalty Award, 1984. Larry Elliott Loyalty Award. I guess they give that to you if you're not that great at sports. But anyways, I was actually very, very flattered to get that award. I still have it now. It's in my office. Because I'm so proud to have been a part of Bishop Guertin High School, and I'm so grateful for what Bishop Guertin meant to me in my life. The education that I got there, the people that I met, the friends that I have. And I want to show you something else right now that's important when I talk about those friendships. Because here's a photo from my 50th birthday party. And we were at a party in Etna, New Hampshire, goofing around, taking photos like we used to for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And in that photo is 7 friends of mine who I met at Bishop Guertin High School. At the party, there was probably another 10 guys who had gone to Bishop Guertin High School. And the point is this. The friends that you make in high school, the friends that you make in your hometown, in the Nashua area, those are friendships that, if you want to, can and will sustain you for the rest of your life. So though this experience was a drag the last couple months, not being able to finish up like you started, not being able to have some of the experiences that you wanted to have, those transitional moments, which I think are important. The most important thing is that you have your health, you're healthy, your parents are healthy, and that you realize that these friendships that you've begun, that you've started here at Bishop Guertin High School, are friendships that are going to sustain you for the rest of your life. Remember, your friends are the family that you choose. And now, as you move into this new area of your life, where you're an adult and you're going out into the world eventually, I want you to try to think about that. Think about making friends. Now, if you're one of those people who's just like, I can't wait to get out of here, and I'm done with this town, and I'm done with this school, and I can't wait to... That's fine. That's okay. But try to, in whatever endeavor that you go into, try to focus on connecting with people, loving people, being kind and thoughtful people who believes in friendship. Because I'm telling you, as you navigate your way through the world, as I have in the 36 years since I have left Bishop Guertin High School, I must say that the one thing that unites all people is love and friendship. There will be ups, there will be downs, there will be valleys, there will be peaks, but if you have great friends, if you have strong friendships, that is the thing that will make your life feel alive and will give you comfort and will give you ballast. Look it up. I learned it in English class at Bishop Guertin. Your life, your friendships will give your life ballast. It's a drag that this period of time, which would have been very festive, has now taken on the color of something a little quieter. But this is not something that's going to continue. You're going to get out of this. We're all going to get out of this. And hopefully we're going to have our health intact. But just remember, this is a momentous occasion. Just because you're not hanging all around doesn't mean that it is still not a momentous occasion that deserves to be toasted and deserves to be noted and deserves to be applauded. I know how hard going to school at Bishop Guertin can be for some people. And I just want you to know, as somebody who finished right there in the middle of the class and did not do very well on my SATs, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. So parents, okay, here's a good thing. Parents, pump the brakes a little bit on the pressure. Would you just let the kids, this is now to the parents of the kids out there watching, just let them relax for a little bit, would you? Just let them relax this summer. Let them play some video games. All right? Just let them relax. Tell them to stop getting all over their case, being on their phones. Good luck. I'm rooting for you. Congratulations.
Welcome to our commencement. My name is Joseph Lupo, and it is my privilege to serve as the Master of Ceremonies throughout the commencement exercises. We begin with our national anthem and invocation. You may exit your vehicles and stand in a socially distanced way as Senior Jillian Bianchi performs the national anthem. If you stand, please remain standing for our invocation.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
To offer the invocation, I now welcome Brother Donald Tardif as he celebrates his final commencement before his retirement from teaching at Bishop Guertin High School.
Let us be at prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good and gracious God, you are our Creator, Sustainer, and our destination. Our journey through life is filled with beginnings and endings. We join today to celebrate one of those major endings. We are united to mark the ending of that part of the journey we call high school, which this year has been rather more difficult due to the onslaught of the COVID-19 virus. But we pulled through and now are united in congratulations to the class of 2020 and their families and friends. This is also a time of many beginnings, beginnings that are full of hope and promise for a brighter future. Continue to be with us, Lord, and fill our graduates with the graces they will need to fulfill their fondest dreams and longings. We pray as your people, Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Brother Don. Please be seated. Mr. Jason Sturdesty, Principal, will now come to the podium to present the members of the graduating class.
Good evening. To all joining us, both virtually and in person, Mrs. Linda Broder, President, members of the Bishop Guertin Board of Directors, brothers of the Sacred Heart, members of Academic Council, of the faculty, staff, and administration of Bishop Guertin High School, parents, friends, relatives, and most importantly, the class of 2020, welcome. The faculty of Bishop Guertin assures me that in accordance with the laws of the state of New Hampshire, having completed the prescribed academic course of studies at Bishop Guertin, the students whose names will be read have met the requirements of the Brothers of the Sacred Heart for graduation from Bishop Guertin High School. These students have not only completed a rigorous and comprehensive academic program, but have engaged in our overall holistic program of formation, growing spiritually, intellectually, emotionally, socially, and physically. The Bishop Guertin diploma represents not just the completion of a set of graduation requirements, but a culmination in the development of a whole person. Our graduates represent strong individuals of character who are well on the way to being prepared to be contributors to our society, strong heads of households, and the spiritually grounded leaders of the future. At this time, Mr. Ron Cody, our Dean of Student Formation, and Mrs. Brenda Poznansky, our Director of School Counseling and Admission, will read the names of our graduates. We are proud to present the class of 2020.
Bennett Michael Abladian, Bryant University. Caroline M. Abrams, Sacred Heart University. Theodore Benjamin Adams, University of Massachusetts, Boston. Abigail Catherine Ahern, Stonehill College. Jake K. Allison, St. Anselm College. Kathleen G. Almeida, Savannah College of Art and Design. Devon E. Amaral, Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. Brett Howard Anderson, University of Hartford. Nicholas Ryan Ayotte, University of Massachusetts, Lowell. Kyle Joseph Baker, Worcester Polytechnic Institute. Olivia Page Belleville, Endicott College. Rebecca Lee Benjamin, Assumption College. Maika A. Bernard, Suffolk University. Julia Camille Barubi, University of Connecticut. Jillian Bianchi, American University. Andrew Christopher Billingsley, still deciding. Patrick James Blanchett, Virginia Tech. Jordan Alexis Boschetto, St. Anselm College. Stephen Bouchard, Employment.
Garrett Breton, Roger Williams University. Matthew Burns, University of Wyoming. Evan T. Butler, Keene State College. Faith Buttrick, Suffolk University. Joseph L. Caggiano, Employment. Sean Richard Cameron, Princeton University. Brandon Sean Campbell, Pennsylvania State University. Olivia S. Carnell, McGill University. Jenna Carlton, Pennsylvania State University. Erin Mary Carney, University of Connecticut. Mason Anthony Carroll, University of Massachusetts, Lowell. William Francisco Manzano Carroll, Elon University. Isabella E. Sobrero, St. Anselm College. Jenna K. Chadbourne, University of Georgia. Ying An Erica Chan, University of Toronto. Sarah Catherine Christensen, Stonehill College. Musa Chugtai, Syracuse University. Kevin S. Collins, Riviere University. Alexa Marie Conceso, St. Anselm College. Nicholas Patrick Connery, Stonehill College. Serena Bell Cody, Brigham Young University, Idaho.
Kristen Ann Kumis, St. Anselm College. Sarah Coyle, Northeastern University. Taylor Cushion, Wilkes University. Brett Tyler Daniel, New England Institute of Technology. Brianna E. Darkin, University of New England. Vanchika Dewar, Northeastern University. Brianna Rose DeFelice, still deciding. Tara Olivia DeRocher, Worcester Polytechnic Institute. Rusin Jane Ding, Stony Brook University, New York. Maeve Elizabeth DePasquale, Savannah College of Art and Design. Truck Kelly Doe, Langara College. Swetha Donapudi, Smith College. Connor Donahue, Rochester Institute of Technology. Michaela Dos Santos, Worcester Polytechnic Institute. Brendan P. Duffy, Nashua Community College. Nicholas Durso, Wentworth Institute of Technology. Madison K. Dwelly, James Madison University. Megan Ekman, Sacred Heart University. Savannah Marie Fagan, University of South Carolina.
Julia Grace Finacaro, Northeastern University. Caroline Fisher, Providence College. Jack Charles Fitzgerald, Coastal Carolina University. Zarak Frater, Southern New Hampshire University. Matthew J. Frechette, Wentworth Institute of Technology. Samuel Joseph Froyo, University of Massachusetts Amherst. Dominic Fusco, United States Air Force. Alex Donald Gallant, James Madison University. Charlotte Rose Guillen, University of Vermont. Olivia C. Gervais, Riviere University. Sarah Ann Giles, Institute of Skin Science. James Gillis, Clarkson University. Alicia Grace Glasheen, Fairfield University. Thomas A. Glatz, Culinary Institute of America. William Charles Gagne, Southern New Hampshire University. Tomas Antonio Gonzalez Zugasti, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. Piper Shea Goslin, St. Anselm College. Connor J. Green, University of Massachusetts Lowell. Jack Dennis Grunewald Meyer, University of South Carolina. Logan Stewart Grunewald Meyer, Pennsylvania State University.
Taylor Mackenzie Guilfoyle, University of New Hampshire. Andrew Ha, Endicott College. Adam C. Haddad, Middlesex Community College. John Anthony Handy, Nashua Community College. Allison Crystal Hartshorn, North Carolina State University. Kendall Joseph Hines, Massachusetts Maritime Academy. James Heitmiller, Franklin Pierce University. Jeffrey Edward Higgins, University of Massachusetts Lowell. Ethan Michael Holt, Stonehill College. Joseph Humala, Massachusetts Maritime Academy. Rachel Howe, University of Massachusetts Lowell. Elizabeth Tate Janiak, St. Anselm College. Ethan Haregi Morris, Union College. Kevin Joseph Jelly, Northeastern University. Josh Jenkins, St. Michael's College. Shanghong Leon Jiang, The Ohio State University. Aiden Crowley Johnson, United States Naval Academy. Matthew John Jazokis, Rivier University. Katerina Junod, Georgetown University. Joshua N. Cates, Merrimack College.
Patrick A. Kennedy, Pace University, New York. Elizabeth Page Knapp, Stonehill College. David Kyle Kohler, Wentworth Institute of Technology. Andreas C. Kotsaronis, Bryant University. James Garrison Kriegel, Louisiana State University. Sanjana Santosh Kunakuru, Emory University. Hua Ji Ernest Kwan, Binghamton University. Laura E. Lampagnana, University of Alabama. Isabella Diane Lepore, Savannah College of Art and Design. Caitlin Page Lewis, University of Vermont. Margot Yasmin Liakos, Northeastern University. Alasia Dorothy Gaitha Linton, Regis College. Lydia Vera Litvak, University of Massachusetts Amherst. Nicholas Paul Lopalato, Wentworth Institute of Technology. Megan Lynn Lord, Stonehill College. Joseph Vincent Lupo III, United States Naval Academy. Lauren Mary Lupo, Purdue University. Kira X. Lynch, Worcester Polytechnic Institute. Yuyuan Rachel Ma, University of Connecticut. Jack D. McLean, Washington University in St. Louis.
Patrick Madden, Merrimack College. Mia N. Maiden, Suffolk University. Philip Allen Magator, the Peterson School. Benjamin Marble, Wentworth Institute of Technology. Jennifer Taylor Marino, Worcester State University. Sarah Joy Martin, Clark University. John Matuszewski, Connecticut College. Tierney Lee McCabe, Suffolk University. Ryan McCarthy, University of New England. Rachel McGurk, Catherine Hines Institute. Matthew K. McMahon, Worcester Polytechnic Institute. Amanda Elizabeth Messina, Rivier University. Christina Milanazzo, Merrimack College. Erin Lynn Millette, Merrimack College. Ray Howe Richard Moe, University of Albany. Genevieve Marie Monaco, Siena College. Emily Lynn Morneau, University of New Hampshire. Justin Wayne Morse, Southern New Hampshire University. Hayden Ryan Moses, Bridgeton Academy. Hannah Ray Muchmore, Keene State College.
Samuel Wilson Mullet, Plymouth State University. Paige K. Nomnick, College of the Holy Cross. Nolan A. Neely, Southern New Hampshire University. Catherine Athena Nelson, University of Massachusetts Lowell. Shenratanak Kevin Gim, Wentworth Institute of Technology. Tao Tina Nguyen, University of Washington. Riley Clara Negosian, Merrimack College. Sophia Alexandra O'Brien, Merrimack College. Aria O'Connell, Endicott College. Thomas Matthew Willett, Plymouth State University. Elijah Ozeroff, Gordon College. Jacob Matthew Pacheco, Stonehill College. Sophia R. Pejikowski, Skidmore College. Victor Lino Palazzolo, Curry College. Brenna Lynn Paquette, Salem State University. Arya Patel, Tufts University. Brittany Ann Pearson, Bentley University. Teresa Perez, Manhattan College. Ben Plumley, Southern New Hampshire University. Michael Poublon Jr., Southern New Hampshire University.
Joshua K. Prasad, Stevens Institute of Technology. Aaron X. Pratt, University of Massachusetts Lowell. Zoe Ann Priest, Roger Williams University. Annalise Morgan Reed, Anna Maria College. Claire Emily Reynolds, Case Western Reserve University. Gabriel Romanowskis, Gallaudet University. Elizabeth Lee Ross, Georgia Institute of Technology. Grant Rio Saez, Islanders Junior Hockey. Anthony Joseph Sanchez, Wentworth Institute of Technology. William John Scanlon IV, Merrimack College. Samuel James Scannell, Southern New Hampshire University. Jacob Scott Schofield, Fitchburg State University. Andrew Schott, Keene State College. Natalie E. Sheehy, University of Connecticut. Connor Silloway, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. Addison Jean Smith, Lee University. Rohan Solanki, University of Massachusetts Lowell. Kevin Michael Stanhope, University of Maine Orono. Christopher James Sullivan, Assumption College. Yvonne Tan, Merrimack College.
Chloe M. Tardif, Northeastern University. Zachary Tataronis, University of South Carolina. Sarah Frances Tedesco, Suffolk University. Michael J. Terrazzano, Plymouth State University. Athanasia Theophilopoulos, Wagner College. Toby Aaron Terrian, George Mason University. Matthew Tebow, St. Joseph's College of Maine. Nicholas A. Tompkins, Roger Williams University. Cassandra Toth, Sacred Heart University. Caroline Elizabeth Toll, University of Connecticut. Maxwell Trawick, Fairfield University. An Con Trin, Purdue University. Grace Shepard Valvano, University of Kentucky. Sarah Elizabeth Vincent, University of New Hampshire. Grace Jiahui Wang, Suffolk University. Isabella D. Wang, University of Rochester. Nicholas M. Wally, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Brianna Ann Wilcox, Bradford Christian Academy. Aidan R. Wilkie, University of Vermont. Matthew Scott Wilkins, University of New Hampshire.
Alex Michael Williams, Assumption College. Grace Sophie Wilson, Clemson University. Sean S. Wilson, Plymouth State University. Terry Wong, University of Washington. Lauren Elizabeth Wooldridge, Plymouth State University. Zhu Chao, University of Arizona. Benjamin J. Young, Roger Williams University. Danielle Zakowski, Emmanuel College.
At this time, I invite Natalie Shee, Senior Class President, forward for the moving of the tassel from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2020. Congratulations again to our graduates. Bishop Guertin High School embraces a proud tradition that is shared and owned by all who pass through our halls. I want to talk for a minute about that tradition tonight. Our tradition dates back to hundreds of brothers who invested their lives, their sweat, blood, and tears, their prayers, hopes, and dreams for all of you in the bricks of Bishop Guertin High School. Their mission has been accepted and continued by our faculty and staff today. Our tradition has been lived out by our proud alumni, many of whom have gone on to become leaders in their communities, have shared their gifts and offered compassion, have made the world a better place. Bishop Guertin himself is a part of your tradition too. The school is named for a man, Bishop Georges Albert Guertin, who was born in Nashua and led the Catholic Church in New Hampshire for 24 years, from 1907 through 1931, the longest tenure of any bishop of Manchester. His leadership was during a time of strife over immigration from Eastern Europe, the drive towards women's suffrage, the Industrial Revolution, labor disputes, the establishment of workers' rights, prohibition, World War I, the stock market crash, the Great Depression, and yes, for those of you who are keeping score at home, the H1N1 pandemic influenza of 1918, through which the Catholic Church, the institution he led, played a major role in offering assistance and meeting needs. Bishop Guertin led during decades that changed the world. He was known for his fierce patriotic heart, his clarity of values, and his commitment to his congregation. He understood his civic responsibility, and he rose to it. His courage in turbulent times made him a leader of an institution that mattered and that offered hope. His is an example of servant leadership for all of us. And it is my belief that through his spirit, you and other students attending the school named for him are prepared not only to do well in easy times, but to be great during uncertain and difficult times. I hope you see that we have a proud tradition behind us. Every senior class bears the burden and experiences the opportunity to continue this tradition, to meet the expectations of those who've come before, and to contribute somehow to the next chapter. My message tonight is that you as a class should be proud of your role in this tradition. You have fully lived up to it. You have not only walked the path laid out for you, but also expanded it and paved it for those who come after you. You have made Bishop Guertin a better place through your presence. You've helped the Nest to represent our school with pride. You've been mentors, role models, and ambassadors. You've served as kind examples that a freshman would want to live up to. You've been the young adults whom a parent of a middle schooler would want them to become. The influence of your class will only be fully realized as all of these younger students develop into better people for having known you and watched you. As people and as a class, know that you have planted some incredible seeds. We can't wait to see the result. You have met the challenge posed to you by our tradition, and in fact, you have made our tradition stronger. In my role, I have the honor of giving each class its first homework assignment at orientation and its last at commencement. The mission statement of Bishop Guertin concludes, I quote, "We strive to form tolerant, just, and involved men and women of faith who accept the task of building the kingdom of God and of transforming for the better the world in which they live." Today, the responsibility for Bishop Guertin's mission shifts fully to your capable shoulders. This mission, to transform your world, is in fact your last homework assignment here, and it is a lifelong assignment. To be transformed, the world needs competent, principled, morally centered, faith-filled, compassionate people. And the world needs these individuals to give fully of themselves. The world needs you, and you are up to the challenge. So, as our school themes over the past 4 years have reminded you, be all in, be the good, choose to be kind, and be that person. Change the world. While the circumstances of the spring have limited your opportunities to visit, to say goodbye, and to bring closure to your time at BG, I hope that you will still come to the school as circumstances permit, and will take the time to walk the halls and see those who have walked with you. Today is not farewell, but until next time, when we will gather again with your class, present you with your quadra pin, and give you the opportunity to celebrate fully. And no matter when that occurs, please carry with you the knowledge that here you are known, valued, and treasured. You are loved, and you will always have a home. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Mr. Arya Patel, Salutatorian of the class of 2020, will now come to the podium.
Good evening. Before I begin, I would like to thank all of you for joining us in the celebration of the class of 2020's graduation. We have finally made it, the end of one chapter and the beginning of a new one. However, we could not have accomplished this without the support of our teachers, staff members, family, and friends. On behalf of the class of 2020, I would like to thank you all for helping us along this journey. I would like to also thank my parents for helping me along my own journey every step of the way. I am very grateful for you, and I love you both always. Thank you especially to Mrs. Broder, Mr. Strinesty, and Mr. Gurrell for giving me the opportunity to speak to you today, a day we will never forget. Today, the day of Bishop Guertin's 54th commencement ceremony and his first drive-in commencement ceremony. Today, a day on which the class of 2020 is making history once again. When first asked to reflect upon our past 4 years at BG, I struggled to find a common denominator that spanned across all of our shared experiences. A theme that summed up what it means to be a Bishop Guertin 2020 graduate. As with any tough problem, I embarked on what would seem to be a very long application of Mr. Miller's proper problem-solving technique. I resolved to start at the beginning. Thinking back to freshman fall, I recalled all the challenges we faced during our transition to high school. Some struggled to adjust to new classes and teachers, faced with the pressures of freshman bio to acing the perfect paragraph. Others encountered daunting athletic tryouts, hoping to get off the sidelines and onto the field. For me, making new friends seemed to be the hardest. Coming from World Academy, I already had a few supportive friends, Margot, Lydia, Tara, and Jenna. Yet it still took time for me to branch out. Engaging in awkward socialization at Franconia Notch, I hoped to connect with new people. While it seemed difficult at first, I quickly came to realize that this is what uniquely characterizes our class. In the face of challenge, whether it be preparing for midterms, competing in athletics, performing in concerts, taking remote classes, or reaching out to new people, our class never backs down. By freshman spring, we had become all in. Through mutual support, we overcame most of the challenges we faced. We excelled in our new classes, helped bring home state titles, and put on several successful concerts. I even went on the Quebec trip, making many new lifelong friends. However, sophomore year came with its own challenges. Balancing a more advanced course load with taxing extracurriculars challenged us to hone our time management skills. Many of us were stretched thin between geometry, chemistry, and world history. Challenged by Mr. Joffrey's tough outlines, I longed for the days when Jeopardy in Mr. LeJoy's class truly made Period 7 feel just like heaven. Despite the many stressors, our class rose to the challenge again. With support from our teachers, teammates, and peers, we exceeded all expectations, maintaining our high number of honor roll students and bolstering our athletic performance. During this time, many of us found clarity in which subjects and skills we wanted to pursue, which new challenges we wanted to overcome. Personally, Mr. Auclair's class inspired me to pursue chemistry in college, and while it may not have been chemical, bonding with my club team pushed me to commit more time to playing volleyball. By junior year, we were better prepared to face the long nights of studying and seemingly endless hours of preparation for AP courses and SAT exams. For many, junior year also proved to be one of the most memorable years of our time at BG. From the dinner cruise to prom, we found moments to relax amidst the heightened pressure. Newfound freedom with driver's licenses and increased independence eased us as we began to solidify our resumes and research plans for the future. As senior year came around, it brought some of the greatest challenges we would have to face thus far. At the early onset of senioritis, the class of 2020 altered its focus to college applications. Devoting hours to refine my essay writing while trying to score perfect grades led me to question if I had the strength to finish everything on time. Yet senior year also presented a different challenge, the challenge of moving on to the next chapter. We all looked forward to our many bittersweet lasts. Our last Spirit Week, our last walkathon, our last sports seasons, our last classes. While the coronavirus cut some of them short, it is important to remember the many firsts we got to experience as well. Our first homecoming, our first senior nights, our first college acceptances. We also experienced our first global pandemic. Although it caused an abrupt change in what we expected of the conclusion to our time at BG, we have conquered this challenge as well, stepping up in the virtual classroom, engaging over online media, and supporting our neighbors. We have all accepted the challenge to become leaders in the community, the challenge to be that person. As Robert Frost famously once wrote, "Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and I took the road less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." While many of you will recognize that line from viral TikToks flooding your For You page, I encourage you, the class of 2020, to look beyond. In our past 4 years, we have undoubtedly left a mark on the school as one of the most successful and outstanding classes in Bishop Guertin High School's history by challenging ourselves not to settle for the easy way out. Trailblazers on the field, in the classroom, and working from home, we have led our community into the new decade. In a challenging time of crisis and quarantine, we have paved our own new path, not to mention the road less traveled. Finally, I dare you to challenge others on your path forward. Expect much of yourself and expect the same of those around you. Challenging your classmates, your coworkers, and your children, look for those who need a little nudge and encourage them. Remind them of their potential to be that person. Most of all, lead them by your example. Let them be inspired by what you have dared to become. While it may hurt to turn this final page and move on to the next chapter, rest assured that our story, one of passion, purpose, and perseverance, will stick with us every step of the way, not only in our Snapchat memories, but also in our hearts. Thanks again to all the families, friends, teachers, and staff, and any others I have missed, for your contributions. They are greatly appreciated. Congratulations again, class of 2020, and I wish you all the best of luck. I will miss you all.
We are now proud to present the senior class mural, which will be displayed in the Hall of Murals on the ground floor of the school. Thank you to Mia Maiden for organizing the production of this mural. We will now honor students who have demonstrated distinguished performance in the classroom here at Bishop Guertin High School. Mr. Daniel Gural, Vice Principal, will now come to the podium.
We will now present our departmental awards, given to students in recognition of excellent academic performance, intellectual curiosity, and contributions in the classroom. These students represent some of our top scholars demonstrating a passion for these subject areas. In theology, Mrs. Beth Raymond and the Theology Department present the Theology Award to Caroline Fisher. The award for English is presented by Mrs. Bethany Prunier in the English Department to Jack McLean. In mathematics, Mr. Peter Champagne, Mrs. Jane Wilgazinski, and the Math Department proudly present the Mathematics Award to Arya Patel. In science, 2 awards are presented. In physical science, Mr. Bruce Miller, chair of the department, is proud to present the award to Claire Reynolds. The Life Science Award is presented to Vanshika Dawar. Mr. Mark Phillips and the Social Studies Department present the Social Studies Award to Katerina Junod. The World Language Department presents 3 awards. Mr. Daniel Joffrey, chair of the World Language Department, is proud to present the award in French to Arya Patel. The World Language Department is proud to present the award in Spanish to Jenna Chadbourne. And finally, in Latin, Mr. Daniel Joffrey and the World Language Department present this award to Jack McLean. There are 2 awards presented by the Fine Arts Department. Mr. Ron Cody and the Fine Arts Department present the Art Award to Maeve Di Pasquale. The Music Award is presented to Isabella Wang. In computer science, Mr. Tom Delicato and the Computer Science Department present its award to Joseph Lupo. The Health and Fitness Award is presented by Mrs. Nicole Adamson and the Health and Fitness Department to Erin Millette. Congratulations to all of our students and to the class of 2020.
Mr. Strinisty will now come present our most prestigious class awards.
First, we recognize 3 students who completed 12 years of Catholic education, but were not recognized at Green and Gold. Congratulations to Samuel Scannell, Matthew Tebow, and Cassandra Toth for receiving this recognition. We also recognize Claire Reynolds, who was named a Presidential Scholar. The Bishop Guertin Alumni Scholarship Award is presented to students who've made significant positive contributions to Bishop Guertin. They have officially and unofficially served on student government, extracurricular clubs, and in varsity sports. They are positive leaders in all aspects of Bishop Guertin, and they have proven to be true scholars in the classroom. Bishop Guertin is a better place because of these students. Tonight, we proudly present our Alumni Scholarship Awards to Ms. Jenna Chadbourne, Ms. Alexa Conceso, Ms. Elizabeth Ross, and Ms. Chloe Tardif. The Cornerstone Award honors a student who is foundational to the school, its clubs and activities, who represents the values of the school, both in word and in deed. The award is determined by nominations of the faculty and staff, club moderators, and coaches. The person we honor with this award tonight is present and engaged and is a respectful member of the senior class. This person is a cornerstone for the school and the community. This year, the Cornerstone Award is presented to Ms. Swetha Danaputi. Based on a vote by the members of the junior class and the faculty and staff of Bishop Guertin High School, we now present the Senior Award. The recipient of this year's award exemplifies the qualities of leadership through all activities, but most especially in contributing to the spirit of the school community and the support that we show to our students as they compete in various activities. This student is truly an active member of the school community, is extremely loyal, and has demonstrated the values identified with Bishop Guertin High School. We are pleased to present this year's Senior Award to Ms. Athanasia Theophilopoulos. And now we move on to our most prestigious class awards, always presented at graduation. The Thomas Sullivan Memorial Scholar Athlete Awards are presented to 1 male and 1 female senior who are the commendable, enviable combination of outstanding scholars and fine athletes. The Scholar Athlete Awards are given in memory of Thomas Sullivan. Mr. Peter Palladino, Director of Athletics, presents the 2020 Thomas Sullivan Scholar Athlete Awards to Mr. Ethan Holt and Ms. Caroline Toll. The Larry Elliott Loyalty Award is given in loyal memory of Larry Elliott, a friend and benefactor of the school. It is presented to a senior whose dedication and loyalty to Bishop Guertin cannot be adequately expressed in words. This senior is chosen by the faculty and staff and exemplifies dedication and loyalty through both curricular and co-curricular activities. The award includes a scholarship. This year we had a tie in our voting, and so for the first time in many years, we are announcing 2 winners. We are pleased to present the 2020 Larry Elliott Award to Mr. Nicholas Connerty and to Mr. Aiden Johnson. The All Guertin Award is presented in memory of Joseph P. Lebrec. It is the most prestigious award offered to a senior, and it is awarded to a student who enjoys the respect of the entire school community. This senior is an outstanding student who is dedicated to learning, has participated in interscholastic activities, and has given service to the school and community. Presented with this award is the Stephen J. Bolin Class of '86 Memorial Scholarship granted in his memory. It is my honor to announce that the 2020 All Guertin Award is awarded to Mr. Joseph Lupo. Congratulations to all of our award winners.
I would like to thank Bishop Guertin for allowing me to be the Master of Ceremonies tonight. Although this is a different setting than expected, BG adapted to the situation to make graduation happen in the best way possible. I would also like to thank my family, friends, teachers, coaches, and teammates for helping me through my 4 years at BG. I would not be virtually standing here without you. This idea of being helped by those around us pertains to all of our graduating seniors. In one way or another, we know someone who has assisted us through a difficult time or situation. Right now, I would like to highlight a particular source of support: our parents. The unconditional love and encouragement from our parents has been one thing that has stayed consistent over our years at BG. We appreciate your presence in our lives because you have been with us through it all, both good and bad. You gave us a lending hand when we fell down and celebrated our achievements. But most importantly, you helped us grow. You shaped us into the young men and women before you today with your unparalleled care that we sometimes might overlook. We may argue with you, we may fight with you, but in the end, we are eternally grateful for what you have given us. So now, moms and dads, to recognize your dedication and hard work, we will present to you a yellow rose. This has been a long-standing tradition at BG, and this year will be no exception. These sun-colored flowers represent friendship, joy, and warmth, as well as to say good luck and remember me. For hundreds of years, the ancient Greeks and Romans have also used roses to convey messages without words, much like we will be doing today. We want to reciprocate the affection you have showed us with some of our own by giving you this beautiful yellow rose. To write out and describe our thanks would be ineffective, as this feeling is beyond words. This symbol is an attempt to thank you for your impact on our lives. Seniors, it is the time to present your roses. If you need help with this, just look up to the bachelor. You say, "Mom, Dad, will you accept this rose?" Parents, I know that I could speak on behalf of all graduating students. Thank you for your support, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to be a part of this fantastic community. Your sacrifices have given us the privilege of celebrating this priceless moment. Much like wrangling an alpaca, being a student at Bishop Guertin is an unforgettable experience that we will carry with us for the rest of our lives. And remember, this is possible because of you. We cannot thank you enough, and we hope to make you proud by building on our experiences at BG. So, parents of the graduating class of 2020, as I have repeated before, thank you. Miss Claire Reynolds, our valedictorian, will now address the class of 2020.
Good evening to the class of 2020 and our family and friends. I would like to thank all of you for joining us today as we conclude our high school journey and commemorate our accomplishments in a unique way this year. I also want to thank Mr. Strinesty and the rest of the administration and staff of BG for providing us with an opportunity to celebrate our achievements and mark this milestone in our lives together. 4 years ago, many of us arrived in the Bishop Guertin community as young, intimidated freshmen. Entering the high school world with only the High School Musical movies as a reference, on the first day, most of us learned that they were not entirely accurate. Some may have been surprised to discover that people didn't dance up and down the hallways or break into song in classrooms. What the movies did get right, however, were the lasting relationships and memories that we were fortunate to create at 194 Lund Road. We entered the nest as baby cardinals, recently hatched from our individual middle school experiences and eager to begin our growth in high school. During our time at BG, we came together to attend Student Appreciation Days, cheer on many teams that seemed unstoppable, and watch a crazy horse thief being chased across the property. We anticipated our birthdays when Oscar would sing to us. We complained about the dress code. We laughed at Logan's teacher impersonations, especially of our beloved Mr. O'Clair, and we were constantly supported by the amazing teachers at this school. I would like to thank every single teacher at BG for your commitment, your dedication to your students, and your insight. Not only have you impacted me, but you have made a difference in each one of your students' lives. I would like to acknowledge some teachers for their outstanding and memorable classes. Mr. Howe taught me that it's okay to make fun of yourself while struggling, and in his case, make fun of other people. Miss Matthews and Mrs. Harris maintained constant cheerful attitudes, and even when we were drowning in labs, which happened quite often, they both tried to help us stay positive. Mr. Miller taught me that it's okay to make mistakes, and Mr. Boucher taught me that it's okay to make even more mistakes. Miss Angel somehow put up with our crazy calculus class for 2 years, and I'm so thankful for the kindness she continually showed us. Miss Masajewski created a home for Advisory 115B in her classroom and in her heart, and I will always remember the memories we created there, from our yearly Christmas parties to the many unique treasures we discovered on our fall day of service last year. We needed nurturing and guidance to fully grow and mature into the cardinals we are now, flight feathers in, and finally prepared to fly away from the nest. We received that encouragement not only from the teachers, but also from our friends and family, for whom I am eternally grateful. Thank you to my parents, my brother, and my amazing friends who stood by me and supported me. I will never forget the laughs that we shared, both in person and now over Zoom calls. Although we are the class of 2020, I don't think that anyone could have seen clearly enough to envision these past few months and the impact that they have made on the end of each of our high school experiences. My heart goes out to the families who have been affected by the pandemic, and we are deeply indebted to all the essential workers at this time. Their bravery and determination is truly inspirational. Although our graduation may not have been the way we envisioned, it will certainly be a memorable experience. The graduating class of 2020 is truly unique and will be written about in history books. We will tell our grandchildren about our senior year in high school and remember it is a time for change, coming together, and sacrifice, all while social distancing, of course. For years, I have heard BG staff speak about the wide variety of talent in our class. Whether it was academically, athletically, musically, or through our involvement in the school community, the class of 2020 has demonstrated its success. Our individual talents have shone brightly during our time at BG, but now let them speak about how we remained gracious and committed through these hard times. Let them talk about how we maintained our strength despite our separation from the BG community and the world. Earlier this year, I became fascinated with the idea that time appears to pass by more quickly as we grow older. High school seemed to be slipping away from me, and after doing some research, I discovered why. When we're younger, we constantly experience new events, ideas, people, and places. We learn new skills, meet new people, and try different things for the first time. As we grow older, our lives become more routine, lacking unfamiliar moments and the sense of freshness. I challenge you to do things that make you remember. Take the time to notice small moments and to live your life. Live every day like it is your last, and slow down time. With each new moment we are given, we have countless opportunities to change not only our lives, but the lives of others. Never underappreciate the value of a moment, nor its ability to serve as a gateway for immense change. Take the time to smile at the stranger in the elevator, to hold the door for the person behind you, to handwrite a thank you letter. Tell your family and friends that you love and appreciate them. Like Mrs. Broder stated in our theme for this year, be that person. Be that person who is optimistic. Be that person who is positive. Be that person who is encouraging. Put your all into everything you do and rise to meet the challenges of the day with a sense of resilience. Take advantage of the possibilities in every single opportunity that you are presented, and do not take your experiences for granted. I wish I could have told myself this advice earlier in the year. I would like to share with you a quote by Alexander Graham Bell. He once said, "When one door closes, another opens, but we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the one which is opened for us." Little did I know on the morning of March 12th that it would be the last time I would go to classes in person at BG. Had I known, I would have appreciated every single moment, remembered each individual class, and said my personal goodbyes. Do not look back on the past with regret. As the doors of high school close behind us, they leave us with memories. Although the conclusion of high school may have been disappointing, we must remember that high school was comprised of all the great moments from our 4 years together, not just the culmination ceremonies. The experiences we shared with our friends while making memories along the way is what high school truly was. The support from within the community of Green and Gold inspired a true sense of connection and school spirit. The symbolism of our BG colors is fitting during the pandemic. Yellow symbolizes freshness and joy, and green is representative of renewal and growth. I ask you to look to the future, toward a time of new growth and joy. Choose to see the good in people and in life. Make a positive impact on the world and be that person. Thank you.
Now, Mrs. Linda Broder, President, will offer the benediction.
Tonight we gather to honor all that you've done and all that you are, not only over these last 4 years, but most especially these last few months. As Mistress Trinity said earlier this evening, your final assignment is simply one thing, albeit one big thing, that you change for the better the world in which you live. Based on what I have seen these past few weeks, Class of 2020, you are already well on your way to doing so. I would like to share some lyrics from the song For Good, because I believe they most appropriately describe your class. We've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow, if we let them, and we help them in return. So let me say before we part, you'll be with us, like a handprint on our hearts. And now, whatever way our stories end, please know you have rewritten ours by being our friends. Who can say if we've been changed for the better? But because we knew you, BG has been changed for good. From the bottom of this cardinal heart, I thank you for being an amazing class of 2020. At this time, I ask you to please all bow your heads and pause in prayer for our newest graduates. May God bless your learning to become wisdom, so that time may season what you know with humility and patience and understanding. May God bless your learning to become empathy, so that the people you meet and the stories you hear expand your heart and cause you to react with compassion. May God bless your learning to become commitment, so that the questions you ask and the questions asked of you call you to translate what you know into principled conviction. May God bless your learning to become service, so that the injustices and challenges you encounter drive you to generously give of your heart, your mind, your hands, and your time. May God bless you and strengthen you for the journey ahead, for the world which awaits you desperately needs your wisdom, your empathy, your commitment, and your service. And now, go in peace to love and serve the Lord and one another, and mostly, may you continue to change the world for good. Amen.
At this time, we will organize a procession around the front of the school. Cars will be directed out of the lot and to your right. The graduates will be given the opportunity to walk outside the vehicle at a particular point in the process to receive your diploma and walk across the stage. The graduate should not be driving at this point in time. Please be patient with this process and be respectful of our neighbors as we exit the campus in a dignified manner. Thank you and enjoy the rest of our ceremony. This concludes our commencement. Thank you for joining us in our celebration and good luck to the class of 2020.
Muffle landing with a shotty.
touch. Stay safe. Take care. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, right. Hey, my thanks.
Congratulations. Good luck to you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you, Mr. Citizen.
Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Where I think Aaron's
Congratulations, Kelly. Your Wi-Fi works for graduation. Congratulations, man. Good luck. Stay in touch.
Thank you.
I will.
I want to hear your war stories after.
Congratulations, Mike. Well done.
Thank you.
Good luck.
I'll come visit.
Please do. Is Aaron okay?
He's hurt, but
What did he hurt?
Thank you. Congratulations. I'll put it over now. I got butterfly.
There you go.
Mine? Like this? Thank you.
Congratulations. Great
Thank
job.
you so much.
Yeah, great job.
I think I left it open. It's not like yeah, I'm gonna go up there right now. Yeah, here.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great job. Keep up the good work. Stay in touch. Congratulations. Congratulations. Academy, so they were watching. Yeah, they're happy. All right, great work. Congratulations, great job. Good work. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Great job, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Great job. Congratulations. Good luck next year.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Good luck. Stay in touch. Well deserved. Congratulations. Great job. Good luck.
One step back. Perfect. Yep. All right, congratulations.
Good luck.
Yep. The applause and pat step back.
Congratulations.
I learned that.
Stay in touch. Congratulations.
That'd be good.
It's really hard to talk.
Congratulations. Nice job.
Thank you.
All right, keep up the good work. Congratulations.
Right, that's the big struggle.
A little behind. What happened here?
Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations. Good job. Good luck to you. All right, stay in touch. Congratulations. Well done. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Great job, Ariana. Great job, Chris. Well done. Congratulations. Well done. Glad you were able to stick around this business program. Stay safe. Congratulations, great job. Great job. Thank you. A lot of fun. Well deserved. Congratulations, great job. Good luck, stay in touch. Is that a BT map? I like it. All right, very good.
Take a step back into your left. There you go. Congratulations.
Good job, Jacob. Congratulations. This is actually the final test. We'll take your diploma back. You have to do it in 7 seconds. Great job, Ben. Good luck.
Thank you, thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Sam. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the camera is hard to see the maps itself. It's recording it. Yeah, it's gonna. I'm gonna try to get rid of it.
That's the one he was playing with was cool. Now here's the promo.
Now I see the little rectangle in the center of the screen.
All right, I see nothing on.
Congratulations, Serena. Great job. Don't let your dad run too fast on the way home, okay?
All right, that's phenomenal. That's nothing to worry about.
I think he's going to burn out of the parking lot.
Congratulations.
All right. Congratulations, Kira. Great job. Good luck.
Wait, is it on these ones? Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Great work.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, good luck.
Let's go, Lex. Yeah, baby. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job, good luck. Congratulations, great work. Good luck. Great job, congratulations, glad you joined us. Congratulations, good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congratulations, well done.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Great job. Urinal came out great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations, great job. Great job. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Julia. Great job. Thank you. Stay in touch. You won't be able to go far, I know. Congratulations. Great job. Congratulations, Kevin. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. Thank you. Great job, Patrick. Good luck. Congratulations. Congratulations, Pat. Congratulations. Congratulations, great job.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, right there. It's upside down. Congratulations. Thank you. I got this.
Don't make her walk home. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Take a step back to your left. Step back to your left. One, yeah, there you go. Get with our grandchildren. Congratulations.
Good job, Tim. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Okay, one step back. One step back. Perfect. Yes. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Congratulations. You have 1 year with nobody say so, and then another one's coming. You're gonna get tired, I'm gonna say so.
I'd have to take the hat off.
Great job.
Have a wonderful summer.
Congratulations, Jack. Well done. Good luck.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Connor. Good luck. Just kind of go over here. Congratulations.
Wait, should I like?
Oh God, what my parents up there? There they are. Good luck. Congratulations, great job. Congratulations.
I like when you roll up the windows and see all the good news stuff. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Great job, David. Congratulations. Thank you. Good luck. Your ride is someplace. You got someplace. Did you get to eat? That's the question. You did. Okay. Family is okay. All right. Oh, all right. What happened? I don't know. All right. You're so excited. What? Right. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Great job. Good luck next year. Upside down. Hold upside down. Congratulations. Great job, Connor. Good luck. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Congratulations. I like the Tigger reference. That's good. Congratulations. Great job. Congratulations. Good job. Congratulations. Great job, Max. Congratulations. Good luck. Look at this side, right? Good job, Steven. Congratulations. Good luck. Congratulations, great job, Matt. I'm sure I will be. Right here? Right here? Sometimes they do. Good? Good? Thank you. Oops, hold on a sec. I think. Wait. No, I was kidding. That was a joke. We just passed the ball. We had history. I can tell. It's beautiful. Right as the white marks. There you go. One step back. There you go. All right, congratulations. Great job. Yep. Stand on the tape. Okay. Thank you. Great job, Alex. Thank you. Congrats, man. I'll be back. You don't need to worry about that. Thank you. I heard you guys said everything. Remember later. Congratulations, great job, good luck, good luck. Congratulations. Well done. Yes. One step back. Congratulations. I don't know. We'll see. Great job, Liz. Good luck. Congratulations. Congratulations. Good luck. Good luck. Nice job. Congratulations. Good luck.
Take a few steps back. Right there. Perfect.
I won't have you walk off of that.
Congratulations.
You know, like place setting and holding meals and good meals, you know, congratulations. Good job.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job. Good job.
One step to the left. Nope. To the right. No, back. Right on the behind you. Right behind you. Right on the right. There you go.
Yes. I didn't forget.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Patrick. Great job. Good work. Yeah, hey, Bruce. You may want to hold the puppy. We're way behind us. Yeah, why don't you wait 1 second? Greg, congratulations, Patrick.
One step back. There you go. Right, congratulations.
Great job. Congratulations on your award. Good luck.
This hat's too small for me. Alright, congratulations. Thank you. Good job, Ron. Thank you, Mr. Congratulations. I'll be seeing you when I get to the back of the chair. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother.
Ten cards.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Good job, Dominic. Be safe.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Good job. Where's the drone? Where's the drone? Come on. Come on. Should be flying right now.
Let me put my mask back on.
Good luck with it. Stay in touch.
All right. Smile, guys. Smile. All right. All right.
Good luck. Good luck. Congratulations. 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 Yeah, good luck to you. Stay in touch. Congratulations. See you soon. Yep. Take care. Hey, congratulations. Proud of you. I know what you end up doing next year. All right?
Take one step back. There you go.
Oh, good. All right, very good. Good program. All right, we'll keep you posted, man. Proud of you. Great job. Congratulations. Good luck. Good luck. Congratulations. Hey, absolutely. Congratulations.
Take a few steps back. There's some white tape on the ground. Right there you go. All right, congratulations.
Great job. Congratulations.
Step back and to your left. There you go.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Great job. Congratulations.
Best house we've ever.
Great job, Garrett. Great work. Congratulations. Congratulations, Kendall. Come help him next year. All right. Good work. Congratulations. Congratulations. Great work. Good luck.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Elijah. Good luck.
Thank you.
Congratulations, son. Good job.
Thank you.
Good luck next year. What are you just studying? Great. Good for you.
Thank you.
Great. Good luck. Congratulations. Take care. Have a good night. Congratulations. Great job, Julie. Congratulations. Good luck next year. Come back and mentor the team. All right. Congratulations. Great job, Jenna. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you. You just had 27 pictures taken each. Great job. Congratulations. Good luck. All right, good luck next year. Good luck next year. Congratulations. Congratulations. See you next year. Congratulations, Jeff. Congratulations. Congratulations. Here we go.
Read the mask on now.
Congratulations. Hey, great job. Hold on. What? Congratulations. Great job, Kevin. Well done. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Great job, man. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, just wait for them to come around. Good luck, man. Good luck, man. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Great job, man. Great job. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations. Take a couple steps back. One more step back. One more step back. There you go. There you go. Congratulations. Congratulations. Good luck. Good luck. Uh-oh. Congratulations. Thank you. Good job, John. Congratulations. Hey, Rich. Good luck. Good luck. Congratulations. Good luck next year. Good luck next year. It's fun because they're in a house. Yeah, I mean, there was nothing to take them. They might have actually had. Congratulations. They might have actually had trouble getting that. Congratulations.
Can all just stand behind the picture?
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thanks for all your contributions this year. Great job. Great job.
Okay.
The work is not done. Congratulations. Thank you. Great job, man.
Yeah.
Try not to.
Congratulations, Patrick. Good luck, Patrick. Good luck. Thank you. Congratulations, Matt. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you. Good luck.
Congratulations.
Great job, man. Congratulations. 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 Oh, you gotta take off your sweatshirt first.
One last time. One last time.
Gotta get you.
Oh yeah, I'll put it. Oh yeah, I'll put it.
I think you wanted to show off his hair a little bit. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you.
Come back and coach or something. That would be great. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Hey, you're gonna come back and teach here, right? All right. Great job. Congratulations. Good luck to you. Great job. Congratulations. Good luck. All right. So much fun. I'm glad it worked for you.
Congratulations, guys.
Great job. Glad you joined us. Congratulations. Good luck.
Congratulations.
Great job, Brittany. Congratulations. Well done. Good luck next year. Congratulations.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, very nice job. That was great. Good.
Thank you, guys.
Great job, Greg.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Good luck. Good luck. You made us nervous.
Yeah.
You made us Good luck.
Thank you.
Nice job. Good luck there. You will. Good luck, Evan. Congratulations. Well done.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Aaron. Great job. Keep up the good work. Coach hockey.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you. Great job, Jack.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Great job, Brad. good. Congratulations. Good luck. Good luck.
How do I look? Great. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job. Good job.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Good luck. Great job.
What the heck? What are you doing? Well.
Congrats, man.
Is that it? Oh.
Yes, sir. How are you going? Ethan, have a good summer. Have a good summer.
Yeah, get up there, Jim. I'll be back. Larry, get in the picture.
There's gotta be one.
Oh, yeah. Well, the double, yeah.
Congratulations.
Next picture of the night right there.
You're coming in this way, right now.
Jason, do you want some help taking everything down?
Use all the help we can get. Let's just focus on getting it in the